Hey and welcome to my new tutorial. Today's topic is scattering moss on a mesh. So here in Maya, we need a plane. Let's get it bigger. Yeah, it's fine. Add a bit more of division. 20 is okay, I think. And next, move over to the Quixel bridge. I think every one of you know the Quixel Megascans. It's a huge library for nice assets. If you don't know it, check it out. It's really cool. You can buy some 3D scanned world data. They transformed it into 3D meshes or textures or 2D plans or Atlas decals. Yeah, export it into Maya. Boom, here we are. Right click, set existing material. And with 6 on the keyboard you can display it. Normally it's like this with 5. 6 you can show it. Yeah, next we go to top view. Now comes a really boring part of this video. I just show it on 2 plans here, but you will need to do it on every of these plans. Yeah, hit M on the keyboard for the multicut tool, disable the grid here, and cut out the plans. Put in some nice music and cut it all out. It's a bit of work to do, but in the end you have really cool, very render cheap detail you can scatter, and yeah, you can't go without do that. If you know a better way to cut it out, sure, go this way. I just did it this way, and yeah. Now select where the plant is sitting, invert the selection with Ctrl-Shift-I and delete it. Now we can go back to perspective view with, and yeah, in my case it's P for center to pivot. I did a shortcut, but you can do it also the normal way with, I don't know where it is here, but with the regular shelf you can hit the button and it's the center. Yeah, first rotate it with J pressed, you can snap it. Now it's rotated 90 degrees. And next is to bring a bit of variation. Go to vertex mode. Pull it a bit out or in. You can go crazy with that, but yeah, it adds a bit of extra detail because the plants, they are not flat then. After you did it for all the meshes, you need to go to your Redshift tab or Arnold, or maybe how it works with the displacement in your render engine. But here in Redshift, enable the tessellation, enable the displacement, and for scattering meshes with displacement enabled, it's a bit different. In Redshift here, you need to disable the screen space adaptive, otherwise it will not work correctly, so it will show a warning or error. I can't remember correctly, but yeah, disable it and you will be fine. My tip is go here for good quality settings, because otherwise you will do it, if you want to reuse it and you need it better, you will go through all of that little pieces, and there are a lot of them, and turn it up. So go here for a mid quality. It's a really tiny thing, but if you have a camera, they go to fly over the skull or maybe over your moss, it needs a bit of better details, and yeah, go for a midway here. I go for 6 is fine, and yeah, you are done here. Next really important part is to add the pivot to the right position. With pressed D you can change the position of the pivot. Here I set it on the root of the plant here, because afterwards it will scatter from the pivot point, and if you have the pivot here, it will scatter from here. That's, yeah, not what you want. Next is freeze the transformation. In my case it's Ctrl F. It's also a shortcut I made, or you can go with the regular shelf here. You can enable it, or yeah, press it And with Control-Shift-Alt, you can delete the history. I deleted mine a bit ago here, but yeah, delete it. Next is show the grid. Where is the grid? Here's the grid. Add it to the mid of the grid here. Yeah, freeze transformation again, sorry for that. And you will be fine. That's the workflow to do it for all these little plants. If you have some just grasses, they have also smaller pieces of grass. You have done this in 5 minutes. If you have a little bit more of these little plants, you will be there for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, put in nice music, enjoy the boringness, and have fun. So here I delete this. I made this a few hours ago, or a few minutes ago. I was fast, pretty fast. No, I was not fast. Also, we need to show it here. I have it on a layer. Also, we need the skull. Here's the skull. Rotate it. Was the wrong. And yeah, so the next part is duplicate the mesh where you want to scatter it. And with Ctrl+1, you can isolate selected. Now it's only shown the mesh you have selected. And here with the paint selection tool, you can now face mode paint the selection. Okay, wait one. Hello? What the fuck? Okay, maybe it is a bit delayed because I'm recording. It's a bit strange. So back here. Yeah, now it works. And if you do that, keep in mind you will scatter the mesh on this painted mesh. And if you scatter moss, check some reference photos how moss is growing on which part of a chunk or where you want to scatter it, how they will grow. And if you scatter other stuff, check also reference for that, otherwise it will not be correct. It's also a really important thing. Generally check reference photos, how this will work, how it will grow, how it going to destruct, or yeah, check reference photos. And here you can go really crazy and select it, and when we are done we can go and with Ctrl+Shift+I inverse it and delete. Back to object mode, and with Ctrl+1 again you will be back there. Here let's call this scatter mesh, that's correct. And next one, or this one here. I select here all, but because I want to scatter all of them. But if you just want to scatter a few of them, you can just select a few of them. With spacebar pressed, you can go to the mesh tab, and here the little checkbox, choose instance. Otherwise, if you use mesh, it will blow up your system because you will scatter a lot of them, really lot of them. And instance is better. If you can go and make proxies out of this geometry, some Redshift proxies or V-Ray proxies, whatever, it will perform better. But here for the tutorial, I use the instance. Apply and close. Here in mesh, first go add an ID node. Now it detects we have 6 of them selected. Randomness is also really good. Distribute, check here the mesh. And here with the middle mouse button or scroll wheel button, you can drag and drop the mesh. And here we are. It looks pretty nice. Okay, no, it doesn't look pretty nice. But scale it a bit smaller. Yeah, I think this will be fine. And now back into the mesh. Distribute. Crank it up as fuck. It takes a moment, I think. Yeah, it's calculating, and boom, there we are. And yeah, it's lagging as hell. Here on the instancer setting, you can add the bounding boxes. It will perform now, hopefully. Not really better. Just bounding box. Also not really good, but yeah, it's crazy as fuck. But that's the thing. I think with proxies it will perform a bit better. Maybe it's also why I record the video here parallel. It's also a bit of GPU, maybe I think, or CPU, I don't know. And yeah, next is in the mesh menu, add a random node. And it needs to calculate. You will not see it here, but now we have some randomness. We don't want this one. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, it's not super performant here. It's a bit of lagging, so better type in the numbers. Yeah, okay, come on. Okay, so uniform. Yeah, super crazy here. Scale it a bit, not too high, just a bit to add a bit of variance. Here, go for the local, and now rotate it 360 degrees, and they will rotate now random in 360 degrees, and scale random a bit of height here in uniform scale, and yeah, bring in the lights and the camera and fire up the IPR. And yeah, put in here some elevator music, dun, 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 dun. And it's preparing. Come on. Yeah, it's not the fastest one here. It's also not right the camera. Or maybe I changed the camera here. Yeah, this is also something. It's a bit strange. So in my skull scene, I had a lot more of this instance, and it performs a bit better. Maybe I think it's really because I screen recorded here, and it's also a good question why this is some blue greenish here. Oh, super fucked up here. I know why. Because I work in ACES here, and I didn't load ACES textures. Here we need albedo. Going to the folder. Yeah. If you doesn't work in ACES, you don't need to do that. Here I have it ACES set up, and that's why I need to set it up as well to ACES. I have some pre-converted textures. Sure, I will do another video about that. And here we can also go for the Redshift sprite node to perform also a bit better. Don't need the shader engine. Connected here. Connected here. Here's the opacity. Control A, Control C. Control V, and I don't know why, but you need to go in there and choose it again, but you are in the right path. And here, go for the alpha. Here we can delete it, set the opacity back to overall here, opacity to 1. And hopefully now it's correct. Let's wait another few hours. Now it looks better. And it's rendering. We can go a little bit closer to the mesh. Just give it a few hours to load. Maybe also my scene is fucked up. Really? that's not my typical delayed workaround here. So maybe it's a bit too much of scatter. That can all be possible. To distribute maybe 10,000 is also good. No, it's not good. 100,000. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's also okay. 200,000 was too much. 100,000 is also fine, and it reacts. Yeah, not the fastest ones because yeah, the IPR is running, and yeah. That was the workflow. Sorry for all the AMs, and I hope you learn a bit and you can apply it on your projects or images or whatever. And if you have some optimization tips or other inputs, feel free to post it in the comments. We are here to learn all from each other. I also don't know everything. I'm still learning. And yeah, so have fun with scattering plants and see you soon. Bye bye.